been a couple of weeks since we last presented our Under the Tent series, and a lot has taken place and a lot of advancement, a lot of visible advancement on the competition pool deck area and all of the amenities that you find in this space. I want to take you on a bit of a tour, starting with the dive tank and tower, and then carry our way through to the competition pool, teach pool, cold tub, and steam room, and provide an update on each. And so over on my right, you'll see that we're starting to put some water in the dive tank. And I'd like to tell you that's because we're ready to open it, but in fact it's not that, but it is very creative. This tank is ready to go and ready to open, but the tower is not, unfortunately. Through the construction project, we identified that the tower needs some work, and we determined that while not in scope of the project, it made sense to do it now. That led to the scaffolding and shoring of the tower, the hoarding, and we're doing a bunch of work behind that skin to work on some of the concrete that is spalling a little bit, to do some of the handrails, and just make sure that we put life back into this facility, and just like the rest of the area, extend its life cycle and make sure that it's here for the long haul. So that's led to a bit of a delay here, unfortunately, but fortunately what it's allowed us to do is fill this reservoir and store water, because as we all know, unfortunately, the next hurdle for us that we're up against are the water restrictions. And if I turn your attention now to the competition pool, we can talk about its state of readiness. And it's close. We had hoped to start putting water into this basin around the middle of March. And as you know, or maybe you don't know, that's right smack dab in the midst of the water restrictions. So in a very creative approach, we're storing water in the dive tank to transfer over into the competition pool so we don't lose any time. So you're going to see a lot happening over the next little while, where this pool is going to be full, this pool is going to be finished, and when it's ready, we're going to take water from dive, put it in comp, and then make up the difference so that we can get this body of water opened. So let's take a look at this body of water, and let's look at the advancement of what's happening. The basin is completely tiled, the walls are tiled, and the crews are just finishing up the edge around the gutters and drains. They're putting in sort of the final details around lane markings, finishing off the bulkhead, which is completely reclad, and pretty soon we'll move from work to clean up, clear this deck, and within the month of March, hopefully earlier than later, it will be ready to go for customer use. And we'll pause here and walk down to the teach pool, and we'll talk a little bit about that and its state of readiness, and what you as our customers and sport partners can expect to see in the upcoming weeks. We hit pause on the filming, walked down from the north end of the building to the south end of the building, and now we're standing over top of the teach pool, a pool that's been out of commission for a number of months and certainly impacts your experience. And we're eager to get this open and return it back to service. It will not remain red. This has been one of the questions that comes up often when our guests see these pools coated in red. And what you're seeing here is a product called Red Guard that's a waterproofing, and it'll ensure that these pools don't leak and have an extended life to them. When it goes down, it's a good indication that the majority of work to completion has been done. It means that tiles have been removed. It means that the dry pack has been removed. It means that any construction issues are addressed and remedied. So once the Red Guard is down, it means laying of tiles is imminent. So that's the next step here. Within the month of March, and in fact as early as next week, you should start to see tiles go down here as we get ready to reopen this pool, expected to be early April. So if I take you through the chronology of this and summarize, the dive tank is essentially ready to be opened, but because of the work on the tower, we're not able to open it. So we're aggressively doing that work behind the hoarding. We're using the dive tank as a storage vessel to make sure that we can put water into the competition pool during a water restriction and not call on resources that the city doesn't have, while at the same time being creative and innovative to open these pools. We expect the comp pool to open in the month of March, hopefully sooner than later, at which point all attention moves to the teach pool and the cold tub, which we expect to open early April. Again, hopefully sooner in the month than later in the month. And if you think about that, we're not far off. Over the course of the next, call it 4 to 6 weeks, we should start to see this move from a construction project to a customer, sport partner, and guest experience. I know you're excited about it. I'm excited about it as well. It's been a long haul, and I often sign off by thanking you, and I want to do that once again. It's not been easy. We've asked for your patience, and we're so appreciative that you've stuck with us. You've stayed, you've endured, and now we're starting to get to a point where we're going to benefit from all of that. Thank you.